Hopefully this works. As far as recording goes, I'm going to mute out everybody. But welcome everyone. I'm so excited about today. I know it was kind of not really thrown together last minute, but I just talked to you guys about this over the past week or so. This is something we hope to do on a more regular basis, but I love just the community within Q, how there's so many different teams all over the company that help each other out and add value, and we all have different skill sets. And we all have different natural talents. And what I love about Q2 is that they're very honest. Is somebody going now? Okay, yeah. They're very honest about the fact that we all come to the plate with a certain amount of natural talent and influence. And some is going to be more than others, right? Which is why people within their warm market, when they first join, go at a certain rate or not as fast. But then we all level off. And the rest of it, that stuff can't be duplicated necessarily, right? I can't duplicate my personality. I can't force anyone to be like me. Good God, what would we do? Real talk. But you can't force anyone, right? And I also can't duplicate even just my natural, like, God-given talents and who I've always been, right? But what you can duplicate is a skill set. And the skill set is the thing that the majority of network marketing companies don't ever tackle or teach. They just hope that you ride the wave on your natural talent and ability, which is why we all hit walls over and over and over, whether you've been in a previous company or not, but struggling to create duplication. And what I love about social media is that people think it has only to do with natural talent and who people are and their influence and credibility. But for some reason, they forget everyone joins Instagram or whatever with 0 followers. Everyone starts at a day one, but certain people have taken the time to learn the skill set around it and been able to capitalize on that. And so I asked Caitlin Young and her insane, obsessed with you, Christina, on her team, girls, to hop on here and teach us what they know. Because not only have they grown extremely quickly with Q, Caitlin hit silver in 30 days. And I think a lot of that is attributed to her experience and what she was able to bring to the table and her influence and credibility she's built over time, but also because of the skill set and the knowledge she has around social media, she was able to expand her reach and gain visibility faster, right? Than cold calling as many people as she could and knocking on doors like, what are we, freaking Amway? Okay, so moving on. I am so excited and so honored to have them not only give us their time. Guys, they do not benefit from any of us financially. Do you guys realize how crazy that is? Like, welcome to Q freaking Sciences. This is how it works though, right? We pour into each other and we help because they know that if they can help spread this type of knowledge and skill set, it lifts the lid for the whole company. And when Q does better, everyone does better. And so I am so appreciative to both of you. I'm really, really freaking excited about this. And I hope our audio works on the big screen. But Caitlin, should I make you or Christina, do you guys want me to make you host first?
Yeah, you can make us co-host, host. I'm going to share my screen in a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm so excited.
Yes. Okay. Take it away, ladies. Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay. So I'm actually going to intro. I'm going to show you guys a slideshow. I'm going to go over the basics of social media, like your bio, Instagram, just the very basics. And then Christina's going to dive into branding and attraction marketing. And then I'm going to close it off with reels. And then we can do like a quick Q&A, and then we're also going to give you guys a checklist on where to start because this is going to be a lot of information. It's a lot. So take notes, be ready to take notes, but also understand that this is not a comparison game, right? Don't compare your chapter 1 to our chapter 30 or, your Instagram to ours or our experience to yours, because every single person, me, Christina, anyone you see on Instagram, we all started with 0 followers. Like we all started with no experience in the fields. We've just been so consistent with social media. We're really blessed to have brought over a lot of information from our previous endeavor. That's kind of where we were taught social media, and now we're bringing it over to Q, and it has been so helpful with building our business, because truthfully, you guys, social media is the next wave, right? It's been the wave. And if you can learn how to utilize it to grow your business, you can grow 10 times faster. But another thing I do want to say is that social media is not the only way, right? It's not a post and pray game. This is not, learn the social media basics and then expect your whole Q business to blow up. This is social media is great to grow my business, but I also have to do the back end work. We're not just posting on our stories and our feeds and making reels all day long and then saying, okay, prospects come to me and then just rely on that. We're still reaching out to people behind the scenes. We're still using the systems. And you guys, I preach this because I came from another company where systems were not in place, and I had to recreate systems for my team. I had to recreate trainings. It took so much time out of my day, and I still didn't even know if they were working. I was literally running in circles, throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what would stick. And I'm so grateful for Q because of the systems. We literally did run in circles, but we have systems here. We have systems that work, that are duplicatable, and I'm so, so grateful for that. So make sure you guys are plugging into the systems as well. But I'm going to share my screen. We got a cute little PowerPoint for you guys. Bear with me. I always have technical difficulties. Also, type a 111 in the chat if you guys are excited for this call. I'm so excited. Me and Christina were talking about it yesterday. We're like, oh, this is going to be so good. I'm so glad that Kristen asked us to do this for you guys. So let's dive into this. All right, social media training. So these are some things that we're going to teach you guys. Like I said, just a quick overview. Right now I'm going to go over the basics, and then I'm going to go into the 3 types of content that you should be posting on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Apps you need to download if you guys are new to, hey Google, stop. I don't know why that just started playing. Apps you need to download to up your content, following patterns, IG stories, getting on video, IGTV, Reels. I'm going to do a whole Reels training. I'm going to touch on it briefly on this quick little overview, but I have a whole training for you guys on Reels. And then we're going to go into questions at the end. Okay, so let's start with the very basics. Like I said, first things first, your resume. In other words, your bio. When someone comes to your page, the first thing that they're going to look at is your bio. They're wondering, what does this person do? What is she doing? Like, she says she works from Instagram. What exactly does she do? So I'm going to give you guys some bio tips, because having a put together bio is so important when it comes to social media. Because again, it's like your resume, 21st century, right? So what makes you you? For me personally, you guys can see my bio to the right. I'm a traveler, so I'm somewhere new every other week, it feels like. So I put my location, I put a little pin, and I said Miami, because that's where I'm at right now. And then I said college dropout to entrepreneur. It's very brief. You guys aren't here to tell your whole life story on the gram and your bio, but something short and sweet, right? Where do you come from? What do you, what's something that makes you unique? For me personally, dropped out of college, didn't even get a semester in, didn't even get to the point of taking my final, okay? So I dropped out of college to become an online entrepreneur at the age of 18. So I put that in my bio because that's really special to me. And then I said, I help average people live not so average lives. So something that everyone should have in their bio is an I help statement, right? I help blank. I help women quit their 9-to-5 jobs. I help women, find their passion through blah, blah, blah. I can't think of things on the spot, but I help statement. You guys can go look at my example. You can look at Christina's. You can look at a ton of people and Q's examples for their bio. But you want to have something so that people are like, oh, okay, that's what she does. Okay. And then optional is your milkshake link. Personally, I have a milkshake. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically just a link where if you click on it, it pulls up a bunch of other links so people can go see different things. If you want to put your link in your bio, if you want to put, I have like my Amazon shop list because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So I put that in there. Whatever you guys want to put in there, you're more than welcome to do that. You can do like a work with me form on Google Forms, which is really easy to put together. You'll just, put something together that says, okay, how old are you? What makes you interested in Q? People can go to your page, fill that out. And then you're like, okay, this person's interested. You can reach out to them. Another thing you want to do is turn your page into a business or creator profile. So if you guys don't know how to do that, you can go to edit profile, and at the bottom, it'll say creator, I believe, and you can switch it over to business, or you can also do it in your settings. Message us if you don't know how to do that. I'll walk you through it, but follow the right people. It's super important, you guys. People in queue, people that are doing big things in queue, make sure you're following them. Make sure you can see their content on a daily basis. Be consistent with posting on your story. That's super important as well. So the 3 pieces of content, going into stories. Don't know where that picture went, but inspiring content. So every single week, you should be including all 3 pieces of your content into your feed or your stories. Inspiring content can be stuff about the community. You can do stuff about personal development. So for example, the other day I was listening to a podcast, right? And I wrote up what I learned about the podcast and I put it on my story and I taught some people some things. So personal development's a huge thing for me. When you're reading a book, if you find something in that book, highlight it, take a picture of it, post on your story and be like, hey, I wanted you guys to hear this inspiring piece of content in the book that I'm reading because it made me feel some type of way. Stuff about getting outside your comfort zone, right? If you guys ran a call for the first time, I don't know, on your team, Kristen said, hey, I want you to run this call and you're super nervous. You've never done anything like that before. Getting uncomfortable, you guys, is the best way to grow, and it inspires other people to get uncomfortable. People love vulnerability when it comes to social media. So if you do something uncomfortable, jump on your story and literally let people know, I just did something super scary and I lived through it, right? People are like, oh my God, that's awesome. And they see that you are serious about your growth as well, and they want to work with you because of that. Your story should be told often. Whatever your story is, trust me, I used to think I did not have a story when I got into network marketing. I had to have one of my good friends, Emmy, who now works with me in Q. She actually introduced me to Q, but she had to pull my story out of me. I was like, girl, I don't got a story. I'm too young. I haven't done enough in life. I don't know what's going to inspire people. And she was like, you just need to talk about what you've been through, what you've learned. And that's super, super important. So if you come from maybe a corporate job, or you're able to quit that corporate job and you now work Q full time, or maybe you're still working your corporate job, tell that story and tell it often, because it's going to inspire people too. Gratitude. The other day, I think yesterday, I set up my phone, my tripod, and I literally filmed myself writing in my journal and writing my gratitude, things I was grateful for in the morning, because it's something that I do. And I posted on my story and I was like, this is why gratitude is important. And I shared that and people loved it. And then I said your story again, don't know why. So educational content, health and wellness obviously is a huge thing, you guys. We're in the health and wellness field. We have some incredible products. Something that I personally like to educate on is the collagen. Last month, I educated people a lot on the collagen, and I actually ended up getting 40 customers last month alone from just educating on the collagen and why it was helpful and why it helped me. I think I took an hour out of my day to go and research some things about, why collagen is important for muscle growth and repair. And I was talking about the Rebuild Collagen, and people loved it. So pick a product that you are passionate about, or maybe you have a testimonial on the product, and educate about it. Okay. The business opportunity. A lot of people don't know what we do. They're so confused. I still get on the phone sometimes. They're like, so what exactly do you do? And I'm like, okay, so let me tell you, that is great educational content to post about, you guys. Post about our comp plan. Post about what you do in a day. Post about how you're on this call right now. Educate people on how, you're able to fit this into your schedule, no matter what you do. Whatever it is, educate about the business opportunity, what you do. Science tests and studies, that's a huge one as well. For my green, if you guys know the color personalities, green people love information. They love studies, they love science. And when I post educational content contributing to that, they love it. They always swipe up on it. And then last piece of content that you guys should be posting about is entertaining content, right? Showing your personality. You may be a crazy person. You may be, an introvert like I am, and really shy. I am an introvert, in fact, and stuff like this, it's so out of my comfort zone, but I do it anyways, right? So showing your personality. I literally, if you guys go to my page and you scroll down to some of our reels, me and Christina have the funniest pieces of content. I have this one piece of content. It was a reel that we did, and I was literally a basketball and she was dribbling me. And people laughed so hard at it. I don't know why, we're just being stupid, but it was entertaining for people. People thought it was funny. It showed our personality. It showed kind of like what we're like behind the scenes. So don't be scared to post that content as well. Your routine. So if you guys want to one day put up your phone and film your morning routine, if you have a morning routine, maybe it's taking care of your kids. Maybe it's going on a walk every single morning. Maybe you journal. Maybe you listen to personal development. Whatever you do, film that, post it. Your day-to-day funny content, being yourself. I mean, the list is endless for entertaining content. That's my favorite type of content. Okay, so apps you need to download. These are some of my personal favorites, and I'm going to explain why. So Over, this is now called Studio. So if you guys are looking for the Over app and it says something else, it's the same app. They just changed the name. So it's called Studio now. So this one is what I use for like content creation. You can put like different fonts and words. I use this app all the time. Preview for future IG feeds. So if you guys are wanting to get into aesthetics, like making your feed pretty, making it coherent, you can download an app to pre-plan your posts. So if you want to see what this post would look like on your feed, you can go to this app. Personally, what is the one I use? I use Feed Preview. I don't even use Preview anymore. I actually switched over, but Feed Preview. And you can go and see what a post would look like if you posted it. It's my favorite thing ever. And then Tezza, this is a really simple app to use. This is one of the first apps that I started using when I was getting into social media. They have filters on there. You can apply filters to videos and all types of stuff, presets. Content creation for Unfold. Unfold is a good way to make your story post look clean, right? Like no crazy colors and no like crazy words and different fonts and different lettering and stuff all over the place. Unfold just cleans everything up. I love Unfold. I used to use it all the time. I mostly use Over now because I've learned how to use Over, but Unfold is a great way to start out if you're looking for just the basics of creating content. And then Canva. So this PowerPoint, for example, was made on Canva. Canva is great for so many things. If you guys don't know about Canva, you can look into it. And then some other apps that we have, Google Photos, Mojo. Mojo is how I make all of my welcome flyers. So if you guys want to see one of those, I'll show you. It's super easy once you learn. It was really hard for me to learn at first. It was a little confusing, I'm not gonna lie, but once you guys get it down, it's amazing. So for example, I just welcomed one of my new girls, right? And they have like moving pieces, moving parts. I love Mojo. InShot. So InShot is something that I use for cutting videos. If you guys want to put a bunch of different clips together, you can cut them, you can shorten them, you can speed them up, you can slow them down, you can add edits on them. I use a lot of the reels that you'll see of the Impacts projects I make on InShot. Beatleap, that's another video editing one. And you guys can look into the rest, but those are my favorite. Okay, so following a pattern. Find something to do every single day and add value to it on Instagram. So for example, if you guys follow me, maybe you don't, I don't know, maybe you do, but if you do, you'll know that me and Christina both, I actually stole this from Christina, so shout out Christina, but we throw the cue core in the air every single day and we catch it in our mouth and we give ourselves a score. People love it. And it becomes kind of a game that I've had people swipe up and be like, oh my God, you're on a streak. That's so awesome. Or like, oh my God, you need to do better. You only got 2 out of 4. And people love it, right? It's a pattern. I do it every single day. Another thing I do every single day is take the collagen, right? I talk about the collagen all the time. So people need to see that I take the collagen every single day. Some things that you guys can do if you take your kids to school every single morning, you have a routine for that. Post it, get on your story. Maybe you're driving your kids to school and you want to jump on your story and talk about something specific that inspired you that morning or whatever the case is, but you guys want to follow some kind of pattern for your story specifically. And then for Instagram, I'm going to show you guys some different feeds. If you, again, are wanting to get into aesthetic and make your feed pretty, some tips I have for that, there's, some different examples. And even, let me scratch that. It doesn't even need to be aesthetic. It really doesn't. People are less interested in aesthetics nowadays than they are value. People will follow you for value faster than they will for aesthetic. So as long as you guys are adding value, you can also do both at the same time, which is what kind of me and Christina do. But here's an example, you guys. When I was doing this, I guess, feed, I was focusing on getting like bright, colorful pictures, right? I was in DR. I was taking all these pictures in the DR. So they kind of went together. Christina has a more darker feed. I'm gonna mute. Christina has a darker feed. It's super aesthetic. I don't know if she wants to touch on that a little bit later, but she's amazing at aesthetics, you guys. She edits all of her pictures to go, you know, I think she takes them darker, right? You turn the exposure down. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay. Anyways, Christina's feed is amazing. This is one of our other friends. She more so focuses on adding value. So if that's something you want to do, you can put the words on your pictures before you post them. And then Fran, of course, Fran is super into reels. She's a real queen. I freaking love it. But she has a pattern that she follows, right? She's really into video content. She's constantly sharing the business. She's constantly putting out leadership content that are going to attract leaders. So following a pattern is super important. And then as far as your IG stories, like I was talking about, the biggest thing that you need to know, Christina's going to go into more depth with this, but everything is content. That is something I've learned in the 4 years that I've been on social media. Literally everything is content. Some days I'm like, oh my God, I've posted so much, I don't even know what to do. And some days I'm a little bit uninspired. I'm like, I don't really know what to post. And then I remember that everything is content. You can post anything, you guys. It doesn't matter. Consistency is key when it comes to posting. When you don't post on the way that I look at it anyways, because my business is built on social media. If I don't show up on social media and post that day, I'm offline. My business is closed. So I'm constantly posting on my stories and weekly on my feed, talking on your story and showing your face, right? If you guys want to build trust in your audience enough so that they want to buy from you, and so that they want to work from you, you have to show your face. If they don't ever see your face, I mean, I wouldn't buy from someone that I didn't see, you know, their face on camera before, and neither would you. So get your face on camera. I know it can be kind of intimidating. It definitely was for me. It was something that was really scary for me, but once you do it, you're going to get in the habit of it. It gets a lot easier. And then IG loves when you use their stuff. So polls, this or that, call to action, the question box, any kind of interactive tools that you can on your stories is super, super helpful. So I have some examples. These are all going to play at once of what to post. This is my impact highlight. So this is when I first launched Q. And I was posting, I posted Fran. I said, oh my God, Fran inspires me so much. She's constantly running calls. Like, she's an amazing leader, to show that I'm connected to a top income earner. And then I reposted, you know, someone's paycheck, obviously covering the words. So building curiosity. As far as community goes, showing your group chats. If your group chats are blowing up and people are welcoming new ambassadors in there left and right, or someone hit a rank and we're all celebrating them, that's content that people want to see. Because when you show them community, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a community like that. I want to be a part of something similar. Paychecks. If you guys get paid every Friday, you should be posting it. Oh my gosh, another check that I got on a Friday evening. Like, this is great, residual income. And you guys can even talk about what that check is doing for you. If it's paying for your groceries, amazing. Post about that. If it's paying for your rent, amazing. Post about that. Car payment, mortgage, whatever it is, because even the smallest paychecks, you guys, people are going to be more attracted to that than necessarily like a really big paycheck. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's more relatable to people. So yeah, just posting inspirational content. That was inspirational content. This is educational content about our company. Rank advancements. You guys kind of get the point. Christina. So I videoed her story yesterday because this is literally Christina in a nutshell. This is what she posts every single day. It's predictable, but it's also fun to watch. Like, people look forward to it. So she posts her greens. She takes her greens every single morning. And then she takes her vitamins every single morning. She throws them up in the air, just like I said. People love to see it. And then she posts her food. And then her pre-workout, she's going to the gym. She's singing, she's dancing, she's showing her personality, she's entertaining. She posts herself at the gym, just showing a day in her life. And then she's making more food, just like Christina would. So that was just like halfway through the day, right? We're kind of lifestyle bloggers, if you want to think of it like that. Again, everything is content, you guys. When people can see an inside look at your life, they're more likely to trust you. And then this is an example of like product educational posts. I have a whole highlight on my Instagram about the collagen. I still get swipe ups from this highlight. People saying, oh my gosh, what is that? Like, I need this. People are constantly asking for the collagen because of this highlight. And then I show myself taking the collagen. Okay. Super simple. Okay, getting on video. I kind of touched on this, but you guys need to get on video. I know it can be intimidating, but just do it. If it's uncomfortable, you're growing. People join or buy from people that they can trust. Like I said, people won't trust you if they can't see you. Building trust comes from hearing your voice. Again, super intimidating sometimes for some people. I know it was for me, but y'all, if I can do it, so can you. I promise. It was literally, I was sweating bullets when I had to go on camera, and I refilmed it 20 times just to get one thing up on my story. And I still do sometimes, and that's totally fine. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be relatable. Don't present yourself as a salesperson. Present yourself as a normal human. People are going to relate to you more. People are going to like you more. People are going to buy from you more. Implement the products into your life. I'm sure, let me just get some engagement in the chat really quick. Type a 2 in the chat if you guys use a product from Q every day. At least one product from Q, whether it be the Q core or the greens, or I don't even know, whatever it is. I know I do. I'm using a Q products probably every hour of the day at this point because I'm obsessed. But if you're using a product, you guys post about it. Get in the habit of posting about it. IGTV and Reels. Again, I'm going to get into more depth with this, but your why and your story are great ideas for Reels. If you want to implement like an inspiring story, something you went through, you can do a morning routine reel. Put together something you do in your morning. I was thinking about doing this today, but then I was like, let me wait because I got a lot of stuff to do. But your morning routine, the compensation plan. I just posted a reel yesterday saying I'm so excited for the 2 new compensation plan enhancements coming in the next couple of months. A Q product, you guys can educate people about a product. Again, I got 40 customers buying the collagen last month just from doing this. Humor, voiceovers, trends. You can do a testimonial. So maybe you have a testimonial with a certain product, post about it, especially if you have a testimonial. And then is it shareable? So if you guys are looking to get a lot of engagement on Reels, you need to ask yourself, is my reel, is it shareable? Is someone going to want to put it on their story? Shareable content always does the best, but every single reel is not necessarily going to be shareable. My product-based ones I know aren't going to be shareable, and that's totally fine. But your shareable posts that do go viral, they do really well, are going to attract people to your page. And when they start scrolling through your reels, they're going to come across maybe a reel that's not as shareable, but it converts them. So use trending sounds. It's super huge if you're just getting into reels, and then adding value. I'm going to go over all this later. Okay, your highlights. So this is where people do their homework on you. It kind of gives them more scroll time. I have some highlight cover examples if you guys want to screenshot it, take it as an example, as inspiration. I personally created my highlight covers on Over/Studio, the app that I was talking about. It's super easy. I just threw words up on the screen and then saved it and then made them my highlight covers. This is Christina's highlight covers. They're super cute. Emmy's, and then another example that you guys have here. But this is another, way how people can interact with you. Like I said, people still go to my college and highlight and they still swipe up on it and they're like, oh my gosh, I need this. And your highlights should tell a story. So take anything out that's not relevant to you and your brand or your story. Again, Christina's going to go into more depth with this, but you're going to have your 5 pillars. So 5 things that make you you, and those should be at least 5 of the highlights that you have up on your page. Okay, overview. We're gonna go over this at the end, but yeah, we're gonna go over this at the end. I'm not even gonna go over this because we're gonna show it again. But that was kind of the basics, you guys. Hopefully you got some value from that. I'm gonna pass over to Christina. She's gonna dive into attraction marketing, branding. This is literally my favorite training that she does on social media. She's so amazing at explaining it. So I'm gonna pass over to you, sis. Take it away.
Okay, let's go. Hey guys, I'm Christina. Super excited to give you guys this training. I always tell people right when I'm about to do it, I'm like, this is literally my favorite training. Like, I love it so much. But before we kind of get into everything, how's everyone feeling right now? Caitlin kind of just gave a good overview. Give me some feedback in the chat. How's everyone feeling? Excited, pumped? Are you learning something? So good, amazing. Fire emojis. Okay. Fire. I love that. Okay. So I'm going to be going into some really fun stuff with you guys, attraction marketing. But first, I want to go over the algorithm of Instagram really quickly. Okay. So question for you guys. How many of you guys would say that your algorithm has kind of been like sucky lately? Like your engagement hasn't been the best? Like your story views might be down. People aren't really engaging with your content. Okay, some of you guys. Now, I want to ask you guys, how consistent are you with posting on a day-to-day basis? Like one day are you posting 15 times and the next day you're posting twice and then you go MIA for the next 3 days and then you post 20 times when you get on a week later? If that's the case, that's probably why your, algorithm's all messed up, right? Because Instagram loves consistency. You guys keep hearing us throw this word consistency around because it's just what we have to preach when it comes to social media, okay? When you stop posting for 1 day on Instagram, you set yourself back 2 months in Instagram's algorithm. Did you know that? So if you go MIA on Instagram for an entire week, you're pushing back almost a year's worth of your content. Crazy, right? So it boosts your page when you are consistent on IG. And not only that, you guys are also building trust with your audience. Like if you have a potential watching you and they see your content one day, but then they see that you're going MIA the next 5 days, are they going to trust you with their business? No. Are they going to reach out to you, or are they going to reach out to another leader that they might find that they see are posting about their business and their products every single day? Right? So for stories, and I'm talking specifically about stories right now, but Caitlin will kind of get into like feed with reels and things like that in a little bit. But when it comes to posting, you guys, you have to share your business and your products every single day, right? But there's a rule to this, 80-20 rule. Okay. This is something that I was taught when I first got into network marketing, and I live by it now. So 80% of what you're going to post on your stories from a day-to-day basis is going to be your personal life. So again, I'm going to get into how to do this and figuring it all out in a second, but I just want to give you the rule up front. So 80% is going to be you, your lifestyle, what you do from a day-to-day basis, what makes you you, and 20% is going to be your business and your products. So if you're posting 10 posts a day on your story, 8 of them should be about you, 2 of them should be about business or products. Okay. Next thing about understanding the algorithm. Okay. There is a push-pull method to attraction marketing. Okay. So push is when you are doing your reach outs, your pitches, all of the things, right? You're pushing out the content, you're pushing out the reels, you're pushing out your IG reach outs, all of the things. And then the pull is what everyone wants, right? The pull is when people gravitate towards you. You're pulling your audience in, you're pulling them into you, right? So it makes it 10 times easier to close them or to sign them or whatever the case is, right? But the pushing is what I'm really going to teach you guys today. Ready? There are 6 fundamentals of attraction marketing. Okay? And we're going to go over all of them. So first fundamental is showcasing your personality. Caitlin kind of got into this, but I'm going to go super in depth with it. All right. So showcasing your personality. We are lifestyle bloggers, you guys, not Q Sciences billboards. Okay. So a lifestyle blogger is a person who dedicates themselves to posting a variety of content that showcases their life. Okay. And no, it does not need to be perfect content either. If I showed you guys the content I used to post when I first joined network marketing, you would be like, that's not even you. So you're going to get better when you do it consistently, right? You get better when you practice. And this transparency, you guys, that you are going to have is going to build trust. So if you're constantly showcasing perfect content, people aren't going to relate to that, right? People do not want to be a part of perfect, right? They won't think that they're going to be capable of creating perfect content if all you push out is perfect content. There's so much freedom and authenticity, right? You don't have to worry about being someone else. You get to be you on your social media page, as you should. And then your network and your following will no longer be confused if you're trying to be someone else, right? Don't get me wrong. I get inspired by other people's content. Like if I see Fran or Emmy or Caitlin or someone post content, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really good content. How can I remake this to make it me? Okay. So when I did this training in the past, I had a lot of people ask me like saying, well, Christina, like, I don't really know who I am. Like, I don't know how to showcase my personality on Instagram. Here's my advice. Okay. Choose 5 pillars of you to showcase every single day. Okay. I'm going to break this down. There are 5 different pillars that keep you on track to building your brand and to building who you are. Okay. And if you don't know what 5 pillars are, which I'm assuming almost all of you don't, I want you guys to do this exercise when we're done with this social media training session thingy. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to set a 60-second timer. Okay. And within those 60 seconds, I want you guys to brain dump whatever comes to mind about you. It can be a word or a phrase. Okay. I'll give you a hint. One of them should be network marketing / being an entrepreneur, right? That should be one of your pillars 100%. Okay. Then when that 60-second timer is up, you're going to circle your top 5 of who you are for the most part. Obviously, we have more than 5 things that make us us, but this is going to be like your general. Okay. And then once you circle your 5, I want you to put them in order from importance to 1 to 5. Got it? 60-second timer. Brain dump whatever comes to mind about you, word or phrase. Once it's up, circle your top 5 and then put them in order from importance to 1 to 5. Okay. So for me, I'm going to give you mine. I kind of have like 6. I have a lot, honestly, at this point. So network marketing / entrepreneurship, fitness, eating healthy / cooking, mindset, self-love, and then like being a cat mom. Those are like my 5 pillars. Like if you went on my page every single day, you would see these things commonly, religiously, every single day, because those are the 5 things that I feel symbolize as Christina Waba, right? So when you're talking on your story also, you guys, you need to talk like you're on FaceTime with your best friend, not national TV. And I get it. It's scary. Okay. Like it takes practice. Your first time, you're going to stutter. You're going to be sweating. You're going to not know what to say. That's okay. Laugh at yourself. Sometimes like I'll stutter on my story. I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Like, what did I just say? And then I'll keep going. Right. Because I show that, I don't have it all figured out all the time, and that's okay. And I don't want people to feel like they have to getting into this, that they have to be this perfect person who knows how to work social media perfectly. That's not the case. Right. So be yourself. Your audience needs to know what you like, what you don't like, how you speak, your lingo, the sound of your laugh, right? Your audience should feel like they are listening to their best friend when they come to your page. because again, no one relates to perfect. Another thing with also showcasing personality is even like duplicating in-person experiences. I see Kristen's with a bunch of people right now, right? So you guys need to be posting a lot of content today, okay? So your people that are watching you, they're going to connect to you. And this is how the law of attraction works, right? So guys, whenever I'm with Caitlin or anyone in the business, my engagement skyrockets because people love to see in-person experiences, right? So do that, right? Even if it's like going out with a potential, like if you guys want to get out of your comfort zone, which I definitely recommend you do, go out with a potential, grab some coffee, take a little boomerang with them, right? So these 5 pillars are something that you guys need to be rebooting like every 6 months if you want to constantly keep growing on social media, right? Because who you were 6 months ago is not the same person that you are right now, right? We're constantly evolving. We're constantly stepping more and more into who we are, and your pillars and values might change, right? And that's okay, right? Just like when you have a baby, things change, right? So these pillars are going to attract people to you. They are going to connect you to your audience and the things that relate to them through you. Okay. So the better that you are at educating and inspiring, posting that content that Caitlin was talking about, the more successful you're going to be when it comes to, that pull aspect of attraction marketing. Okay. And remember this, I live by this motto. Okay. Your personality is your power. Your personality is your power. There is not another Caitlin Young. There is not another, Kristen or Nicole or Jenny, right? Your personality is your power. All right, so that's the first pillar. Second pillar is community, okay? Or not pillar, I'm so sorry. Fundamental, the second fundamental of attraction marketing is community, okay? I want you guys to think about something, all right? A lot of people, all right, that follow us, they don't even have 5 friends that they can rely on. Let's be real. Okay. A lot of people only have a community of their past and what they're comfortable with and not to their future. Meaning you need emphasis on need to showcase this community. Okay. Caitlin gave some examples. This can be a screen recording of chats, right? People having accomplishments. This can be a screen recording of a FaceTime call. I do this all the time. Okay. Like if I'm on the phone, if I have someone on my team rank up or sign their first customer, sign their first ambassador, I have it screen recording and I go and FaceTime them and I hype them up. I'm like the biggest hype man you'll ever meet. I'm like, you just saw your first customer. Let's go. I get this super excited and I get that on camera and I post that on Instagram. Right? I showcase that I hype my people up because I care about seeing my people win. Right? So that's something I am passionate about showcasing. And people love that. I literally had someone that signed up on my team, like when I first joined Q, go MIA, reply to one of these stories of me hyping someone up about how they hit their first rank. And they're like, oh, can I have one of these calls? I'm like, girl, where have you been the last 2 months? Right? So you can literally like, you don't know who's watching. So you want to post all types of content, right? This can be a text message that you received from someone on your team talking about how much you've changed their life, or it could be a text message from one of your customers. Maybe you can send out a mass message to your customers like saying, hey, so-and-so, like, I just wanted to check in and see how you're doing with X product, blah, 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 blah. And whatever reaction they send you, like, post that, right? That's content. Showcase that community. And like I said, Kristen being with a bunch of people right now, like that is content to be posting, right? People should feel like they are in the room with you. Okay. Because people outside of Q, they don't know what's on the inside of this community. So you want to give them FOMO. That's what you're doing when you're posting about this community. You're giving them FOMO. You're showing them like, hey, this is what you're missing right now. Because guys, in this community, personally, I know that I have at least 10 girls that I can think of off the top of my head right now that I could genuinely go to and they would have my back. And a lot of people can't say that. And that's because this community is so incredible and so supportive. And our followers won't know about that unless we show it. Okay. So again, how do we showcase this on social media? If you're going out to lunch with one of your local teammates, right? Showcasing that that's your job. But if you're with a lot of people, you guys, and everyone's posting content, don't just repost everyone's content that they're tagging you in. Okay. Like if you have a low boomerang of you and your girls taking a mimosa and all these people are, tagging you in it, don't just repost that. Take your own, because people are following you for what you have to share. Okay. Don't overthink the content either. Again, everything is content. So again, just showcase the community, give people FOMO. Like for us, our specific team impact project, like we showcase that our community, right? We showcase that we genuinely want to see each other win. So on team calls, we'll have like so many people, we'll tell them like, guys, record snippets of what someone's saying, right? What's something that you might have learned? Post about it, right? Have the people watching on the other side of the screen think, damn, I want to be on that call getting poured into like that. Okay. So number 3, third fundamental is adding value. Okay. I feel like we overthink what it's like to add value to someone, but I'm going to break it down to you right now. Value is simply teaching someone something or inspiring them. That's all value is. You're either teaching someone something or you're inspiring someone in some way, shape, or form. Because you guys, it's your gift to the world, because we are here for a greater cause. That's what I believe, right? We are here to share our power with people, which can be different for everyone, right? It's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about being resourceful. Okay. It doesn't matter what you know. We have all of the resources to learn and teach, right? Like mindset coaches and like all these speakers, all of the information that they teach, it's all recycled, right? Because it doesn't matter what you can do, you guys. Leadership always follows on what you can teach people. That's it. Right? So whenever you're posting content on your story or a reel or a feed post, I want you guys to always have this question in mind. Am I teaching or inspiring someone when I post this? Okay. If you're someone who struggles with what types of content to post, think about that, right? It doesn't always have to be business related either. Like you guys saw the screen recording Caitlin posted on my stories yesterday. The first half of my day was all inspiring and entertaining, but the second half was more educational. I won't lie. Okay. But like, I don't post all business content on my story. Like I post myself being funny, like what I do on a day-to-day basis. I dance and listen to music all the time. I'm constantly cooking. People assume when I'm cooking, so I put polls up on it too, right? We aren't billboards, you guys. It can be anything. If you're a mom, you need to connect with other moms on Instagram. And you're going to do that by posting about your family, posting about, the little things that you guys do every Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever it is. It can be anything. It can be product knowledge, food recipes, how to create a reel. If you're really good at creating and editing a reel, if that's a strength, strengthen that strength, right? Or if you're super tapped into personal development, mindset, things like that, teach your audience something that you learned in a podcast that you listen to. Literally, whatever it is that you're passionate about. And once you develop those 5 pillars, you'll kind of see what you can kind of, broadcast on social media a little bit more. But you just need to make sure that you change people's perspectives with your content. Again, not just through business, not just through products, because people don't like to feel sold to. So ask yourself every single morning, what can I teach the world today? What can I teach the world today? Fall in love with giving people value and teaching your audience something every single day. And I promise it doesn't have to be big. It can be very small, right? It could be why blueberries are beneficial. It could be anything. If you're someone who's super tapped into health, right? But just fall in love with giving people value and teaching your audience something. Okay. 4th fundamental, my favorite, actually one of my favorites, entertaining your audience. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a little method right now. No, I said blueberries are beneficial. Okay. Number 4, entertain your audience. I want you guys to write these 3 words down. Ready? Intention is courtesy. Okay? People watching you on Instagram is a courtesy thing. Okay? If they didn't like what they saw, they would unfollow you. Okay? There is a sandwich method to entertaining your audience. Okay? So here's the sandwich. You got the bread. The bread is entertain. Okay? The burger, the tomatoes, the cheese, the lettuce, that's the value. The chunky part, that's the value. Okay? And then the top of the bun is entertain. That's the sandwich method to entertaining your audience. So you don't make your audience feel like you're selling to them. Okay? For example, I'm someone who loves music and I love to dance. Okay? And my audience knows that. All right? So that's how I sell the Q core. Instead of me getting on my story and giving all of the benefits, all of the ingredients, blah, 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 I get on my story, I'll play some music, I dance, I laugh, throw them up, entertaining my audience, seeing if they can guess how many I'm going to catch. And then on my stories, I'm saying, how this has benefited me in some way, shape, or form. I'm not saying, there's QMax Premium and Q-Biotic and Q-Align. People don't even know what that means, right? They don't know what Q-Align means, but tell them what Q-Align has done for you. Tell them what the Biotic has done for you. I call them my anti-bloating vitamins and my brain health vitamins. I literally had someone DM me a couple weeks ago saying, hey, can I get those anti-bloating vitamins? They're not called anti-bloating vitamins, but that's what I refer them as because they have helped me with my bloating, right? The Max has helped me with my brain fog. So that's what I say when I'm selling the Q Core. I don't tell them, there's 2 of these and 1 of them. I don't even know how many are in it, honestly. I just know what it's done for me. And I share that with people because I know other people struggle with that. And then I end it with more dancing. And that's how I sell the Q Core. You guys, in my previous company, I did the same thing. I used to throw up a Biotic that we had, and I used to call my anti-bloating vitamin, all of the things. And every single customer that I got in, whether they had bought in hair care or skincare, they always bought the anti-bloating vitamins because I always talked about it on my story. And that was the routine that I established, right? So find that's how you're going to sell these products. I don't even like to say sell. I like to say I put people on. I change people's life. I don't even sell them products, right? I'm not a salesperson. I'm a life changer, right? So I tell them the difference that I've seen in these products, right? So if you don't know what your entertainment is, ask yourself, what do you find yourself watching the most of all the time? Whether you're on TikTok or, going through Instagram reels, what do you find yourself getting lost in? And you need to figure out how you're going to stand out in your content versus the other 200,000 ambassadors in Q. Okay. So if you're someone who finds yourself, watching a bunch of videos that make you laugh, you should be posting a little bit more comical content on your stories, because chances are, if that's what you like to watch on your Instagram, TikTok, your audience is going to want to see that too. Because again, you attract who you are when it comes to social. Okay. So what is your entertainment factor? Why should people watch you? What do you always watch? What do you like? Then make it your brand. Okay. And it's going to be something that you are going to establish over time. You just got to start somewhere, and you got to start messy. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Okay. 5th fundamental. This leads me perfectly into the 5th one, is credibility. Okay. Credibility takes time. It takes a lot of time. Okay. Credibility is gaining influence by touching people's lives. And the only way that you're going to, gain this credibility is if you're consistent. Right? Guys, Has anyone here ever had someone tell them that the products were too expensive, which was the reason why they didn't buy your products? Drop a 1 in the chat. Okay. I figured there would be some. It's okay. Now I want to tell you this. Ready? If you are loud and proud about your products, people will not have the audacity to say that they're too much money. Okay? I can't even tell you the last time someone told me that. You you gain credibility with these products by being consistent, sharing your own testimonials, not, just pictures, talking about them a lot, all the time. Okay. So again, I'm going to say this again. I recommend being consistent with the routine on Instagram. Caitlin kind of already started talking about it. So again, for me, that's throwing up the vitamins every single day. That's my greens, like greens before vitamins and breakfast. Everyone knows this on my story, right? But let's say you're someone who, takes the sleep spray. Like you live for the sleep spray. Okay. Guess what you should do every single night? Take a little boomerang of it, or even better, take a video of you spraying it under your tongue every single night. And guess what? If people struggle with sleep, guess who's going to be in your DMs about the sleep spray? Those people. Right? And if you're telling them like stories on stories, it doesn't have to be a story with every single day on your content. I don't do that every single day, but I'll do it like 4 times a week. But yeah, if you're someone who's struggled with, staying asleep throughout the night, talk about that, right? If you're someone who it used to take 3 hours for you to fall asleep, and you would only be able to fall asleep if you did X, Y, and Z. And ever since you started taking the spray, you've noticed yourself knock out in 20 minutes. Talk about that. Okay. Same thing with the business aspect too. If you're loud about what this business has done for you, people will not feel the need to throw that it's a pyramid scheme in your face. It's true. Or that it's a scam or whatever BS people say nowadays, right? But credibility is going to come with your consistency. Again, you've heard this 1,000 times from us, but are you actually doing it? Hold yourself accountable if you're not. Set timers on your phone. I used to have to do this. When I started network marketing, I was a full-time college student taking 18 credits a semester, and I was working 2 jobs. I was hustling when I started this business. I didn't have time to be sitting down and making content. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't either, especially if you're a mom. I can't even imagine having a kid right now. So freaking claps to you ladies if you do. But set timers on your phone. Set reminders. Hey, post content real quick, or pre-make your content. If you know every single Sunday night you have 2 hours for you, that's when you should bash out content. Create the reels that you're going to post throughout the week, and then throughout the week set the timers to post the reels. Right? So you can be louder. You can be louder about your products. You can be louder about your business opportunity. You can be louder about, who you are as a person on social. Okay. And not just like with posting, you guys, but this is with all aspects of Instagram. If you don't use all aspects of Instagram, why would people take you seriously? This means Instagram lives, which a lot of people hate. This means reels, IGTVs, constantly updating and adding your highlights, long intentional captions. That's a huge one, right? The goal is to give people scroll time when they come to your page. You want people to do their homework on you when they come to your page. That is the goal. Okay. And number 6, the last fundamental is mindset. Oh, I love mindset. I always run the mindset aspects of our team calls, so it's my favorite. But you guys, you attract people at the same level as you, not the level that you want your future business partners to be at. And that is a fact. Okay. You attract who you are, not what you think you are. So guess what? If you attract Insecure ambassadors, what does that mean? You're probably a little insecure, sister. If you attract lazy people, what might that mean? Right? Us as humans, you guys, we have this incredible and beautiful ability to constantly evolve. Right? We're the only species that genuinely can. And time is either going to promote you or expose you in this business. What you do today will show in your business 90 days from now. And that is why we focus so much on mindset. I don't know if you guys do as a team, but like for us, and me as a person, like mindset is so huge, you guys, because you need to develop a stronger mindset skill set to attract higher quality people. You need to develop a stronger mindset to attract higher quality people. How do you think Fran and Brittany like attract other top income earners in other companies? How do you think they do that? Right? They've developed the strong mindset. Instagram, you guys, Facebook, whatever, it's not about your friends from high school and your family members. That's not what it's about. Doing fun things and not working hard has no return on investment. Your Instagram is an investment of time in the right intentions. Okay? And again, another thing, do not compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 20. Don't get intimidated by the Instagram pages that you see or the aesthetics that you might come across. You're going to develop the skill set the more you do it. It's a trial and error thing. If I showed you guys the content I posted 3 years ago when I got into network marketing and joined the industry for the first time ever, you would not recognize who I was. Promise you would. I was so soft-spoken. I hid my loud and colorful personality on Instagram. Like, I seemed very shy and I talked like this. And it was awkward. So awkward. Guys, and then with time and the mindset work, I cracked out of my shell, right? And I still am every single day. So is Caitlin, right? So is Emmy and Fran and all these other leaders that everyone looks up to, right? So I'm going to leave you guys with something. This is my favorite way to end it. Ready? I want you guys to tell yourself these 2 affirmations every single day, especially on the days where you are feeling discouraged and you're getting a lot of rejections. Okay? I want you guys to say these 2 affirmations, but before I say it, I'm going to tell you guys a quick story about it. Caitlin and I, we were in Miami last year or the year before. I don't even remember, honestly. And we were in a previous endeavor. Caitlin was pushing so hard to qualify for a free trip. She was like 5 customers away. Okay. And she only had a couple hours. It was like 2 or 3 hours left in the night to get these 5 customers. She's feeling super discouraged. She is not having it. She's like, I don't know what's happening. No one's buying products, blah, blah. So I was like, sister, everybody wants to buy products from me. Okay. And we kept affirming and telling the universe that she was going to get these customers and that people wanted to buy products from her. And guess what? She ended up signing 6 customers in 2 hours from doing it. Mindset shift. So the 2 affirmations that I want you guys to say is everybody wants to do business with me and everyone wants to buy my products. Every single day. It sounds ridiculous. You're probably like, Christina, there's no way in hell I'm saying that. That's so weird. No way it works. I'm not doing it. Yes, you are. You are going to do it. And things are going to change. Okay? I want you guys to put these affirmations in your day-to-day lives from here on out. Whenever you're feeling discouraged, getting rejections, not wanting to do the work or not wanting to continue doing the work because you're getting rejections, people leaving you on red, I want you to affirm these 2 things. Put them on sticky notes, slap them on the wall, wherever you're going to see them on your laptop, and tell yourself these 2 affirmations every single day. Okay? So that's all I have for my piece of the training. I hope you guys took some value from the 6 fundamentals of attraction marketing. If you guys ever have any questions about anything, please feel free to reach out to me on IG. I would love to connect and help you in any way, shape, or form that I can. But thank you, Krista. This was so much fun. I'm going to pass it back to Caitlin, or I think we're taking a break right now. I'm not sure.
Yes.
I'm going to okay.
Okay, so we're going to take a 10-minute break, or 10, Kristen, 10 or 5? Probably 5. Y'all want 5 or 10?
Yeah, let's just do 5.
Throw in the chat. I don't know. Wait, what? 5? Okay, 5-minute break. And then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna do a Reels training for you guys, and then we'll do Q&A. And then I'll give you guys a quick little checklist for you to follow. So I guess we'll just leave the Zoom open and just, okay, cool. All right, see you on 5. All right, guys, we are gonna get started. We love PowerPoints. Okay, so I'm gonna go over Reels for the next like 20, 25 minutes. So Reels, why are Reels so important on your social media? Well, here's my personal testimonial with Reels. In the last 6 months, actually, I want to say a little bit more than that. I need to update it, but in the last 6 months, I've gained over 10,000 followers from Reels alone. I was at a standstill for a really long time in my previous endeavor. I was going between like 17 and 18,000 followers. I've had 6 to 7 Reels go viral in the past. And if you guys look to the right, you'll see this screenshot of my insights from the last 14 days. This was a little bit ago, but this is literally how many people I reached through Reels that were not following me. 1.4 million people versus 11,000 of my actual followers. 1.4 million versus 11,000 just from Reels. You guys can see right here. Reels versus post, stories, videos. So yeah, I get messages on a daily basis asking about the Impact Project or about Q from my Reels alone. It is the #1 way that I, use attraction marketing to my benefit and how I close business partners and customers. And I would say the last 10 people I've recruited last month alone have been through Reels. I'm literally constantly reaching new people through Reels. And then engagement, like I said, it goes through the roof. And why you need to be focusing on Reels more than ever right now specifically. #1, it's the #1 way to expose your brand and business. There are only so many people that you can reach through your story posts, through your feed posts, through your lives, through your IGTVs alone. Those posts are only in circulation to the same people every single time. It's your current followers, right? So it's not really likely to go viral on its own. In fact, I can probably almost guarantee that it won't. So for someone who isn't utilizing Reels, your content, like I said, is in circulation to the same people every single time you post. And at some point, you're going to run out of leads. You're going to have reached everyone. The algorithm is changing. People don't want aesthetic feeds anymore. I said that in the training that I did. Even though aesthetics do help. I love aesthetics. Christina loves aesthetics, but people don't just want aesthetic anymore. People want content that's going to add value to their lives, teach them something, make them laugh, or it's going to inspire them. And then also the way that people buy. People love to buy, but they don't like to feel sold to, right? Reels are a great way to put a little bit of pizzazz, I guess, like on your content in order to attract people to you and to get them to buy. Okay, so I already went over that. Okay, Reels are for you if you're looking to grow your audience, looking to build a brand online, if you're wanting to increase your sales. Literally every single person on this call can benefit from Reels. And I just realized, you guys, that this is the wrong presentation. So give me 2 seconds because I have an updated one. And this is not the right one. Love that. Love that. Hey, it is what it is, right? Okay, there we go. We found it. Love that. Okay, so we're going to go through this, finding your niche. So there's a lot of talk about niche and like what you should be posting. Honestly, you guys just pick something for now. You don't need, I know so many people that like, they don't post anything because they're like, I don't know what my niche is. I don't know what to post. I need to find one thing to focus on. Look, if you have one thing to focus on, that's great. That's incredible. But if you don't, then don't let that stop you from not posting, right? So here are some examples of niches: self-improvement, maybe you're super into personal development, giving Instagram tips, fashion, self-care, health, fitness, pets, healthy meals, do-it-yourselves, DIYs, mom, maybe you're a mom, health and finances, law of attraction. Pick 1 to 2 things that you want to focus on. And even better if you can pick one, but pick 1 to 2. So 8 mistakes to avoid. This is something that I did when I first got into Reels, and I've learned the hard way. #1, low lighting. when it comes to any reel, you guys don't post anything with bad lighting. That's just kind of a non-negotiable. Stand near a window, do it during the day. I rarely ever film my reels at night because the lighting is just not good. Number 2 is poor cropping. Keep the text away from the edge. If you're editing a reel and you're putting text on it and you're moving it around, Instagram will stop you from like putting it too far to the left or the right or up, down. And if you've edited a reel or put words on a reel, you know what I'm talking about. But just make sure that you keep it away from the edge. Because if you do put it on the edge and then you post your reel, your words get cut off. Number 3, no call to action. Always use a call to action, especially on your business reels or your product reels. Okay, sorry. No call to action. So basically call to actions are like, hey, DM me Impact if you want to learn more about our compensation plan, or DM me collagen if you want more information on the collagen. So call to actions basically help people know where to go if they want more information. I cannot tell you how many times I did not put a call to action and I probably missed out on so many business partners, so many potential customers because I didn't direct them to a specific place. Number 4, bad lip syncing. I'm just going to say it, the elephant in the room, right? No one wants to watch a reel where you can't lip sync, right? Like practice, I don't know, like put it on slow motion or record on 2x speed. I have to practice my lip syncing over and over and over again. And even when you do the timer, if you guys have done a lip syncing video before, you know what I'm talking about, but Instagram starts recording you at the one, right? Like it cuts it off. If you know if you know, you know. It's really annoying, but you got to start lip syncing it before the audio even starts. But practice it. You know, I'm not perfect either, but make sure you guys aren't doing too much with that. Number 5, no eye contact. Look at the camera, not yourself. It creates more connection with your audience. Number 6, unreadable text. Use the second to last font. That's the font that I personally use. You could use a different font if you like it, but I've just noticed that the easier the text is to read, the more likely it is to do well. Okay. Starting late, use the countdown timer. I just talked about that. And number 8 is no niche. Have a clear focus for your account and your reels, which I just went over. So the 3 types of content, I kind of went over this on our last training, but inspirational content, educational content, entertaining content. If you guys ever run out of ideas for reels, I'm pretty sure I talked about that up here. But you guys can go through other people's pages, go to trending audios, go look through the audios. I'll literally go find so much inspiration from just whatever I find when I'm scrolling. I'm like, oh, I really like that idea. Let's see how I can recreate it. But your first step is identify the idea behind the reel. So look for hashtags for inspiration. You can study popular accounts. So again, if you have a specific niche, maybe you are super into health and fitness right now, right? You're on this health journey, you're on this fitness journey. That's personally kind of what I'm on. I might go to someone I look up to's page and look through their reels to get inspiration. Brock, if you guys know who Brock is, type a 3 in the chat. I love Brock. I get so much inspiration from his reels. He's always giving value on reels. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, go follow him right now because he gives the best reel tips, and I've learned so much from him. His Instagram is Brock11 Johnson. Go follow him. He's amazing. Recreate your best posts and recycle your content. If you posted something of value on your feed and it did really well, you got a lot of engagement on it, then likely that's something that your audience wants to see more of. So you can take that and you can recreate it or re-put it into a reel. Google search suggestions, educational content. Again, I posted a collagen reel that ended up doing really well. And I spent like an hour doing my research. I'm a huge research person. Like I want to know how things work. And then I take that information that I learned and I reteach it to my audience. So in other words, you don't need to know everything in order to teach something to someone. I think that's a really big misconception when it comes to social media. Like, oh, I have to be an expert. I got to have a degree in it in order to teach someone. Like, no, you don't. Google's available for everyone. Anyone can go on Google and learn anything. So do your research and then reteach people. Track trending topics, YouTube videos within niche, read comments and DMs, keep a written list of ideas. Personally, something that I do is when I see a reel that I want to recreate, I'll actually send that reel to myself in the DMs. And if I have an idea for what I want to put on the reel, I'll type it up and I'll send it to myself. So on the days that I'm creating content, I'll go to my DM and I'll look at all the different ideas that I have for reels and I'll just knock them out and I'll record all of them at once. Okay. Oh, this is what I was just talking about. So fine. So I found this reel. I wanted to use the audio and I sent it to myself and I say, my idea, right? And look at all these ideas I have in my DMs. This is a one-sided conversation with myself. I always send my ideas to myself. It's super helpful. That's personally how I keep track. Maybe you guys have a better idea. I don't know, but that's my method. Trending audio. So in order to find a trending audio, if you guys didn't know this, it's the little arrow at the bottom left. That arrow means it's trending. And if you guys find a trending audio and you really like it, but you're like, I can't think of anything that I actually want to put on the reel, click on the audio, take a couple minutes to go through the different, viral ones. That's usually how I get my inspiration for a viral reel, is I look through and I try to make, different people's ideas my own. Okay, number 2, make sure it has a hook. So if you guys don't catch someone's attention within the first 3 seconds, they're going to keep scrolling. Your hook is your clickbait, just like YouTubers make, their covers, their little clickbait covers for you to click on their video. It's the same thing when it comes to your reels. So for example, I'm going to give you a bunch of examples in a second, but you'll never believe what just happens. Right. And then people are like, oh my God, what just happened? And they stay for the video. Watch this if you want to, X, Y, and Z. Learn this or learn how to monetize your social media. I don't think that's supposed to be a bullet point. The literal secret to X, Y, and Z. Don't start your day without doing this. 3 lessons I learned from, struggle to result. So these are 2 examples that I have on my Instagram. I said the biggest risk you'll ever take is not taking any at all. And then my other one says aspiring influencers and sales agents, listen to this. And I posted about the comp plan. Okay, so hook ideas, if you guys want to take a screenshot of this. Attention, that's a really good one. Keep watching. Have you ever? Did you know? Reminder, you'll never believe it. Stop, myth, facts. You guys can read through all of these, but these are all great hook ideas if you guys are having trouble with coming up with one. Okay, so I went over this too, but make sure your text is in the middle and make sure it's not too big to the point where it gets cut off. For me personally, if I'm scrolling through reels and I see a reel that the words are cut off, I'm scrolling past it. I'm just like, this is not good content. Personally, I don't know. So I always try to keep my text in the margins. Okay, number 4 is having a call to action at the ends. So like I said, having a call to action directs people to the right place. So here are some examples if you guys want to screenshot this or you want to write them down. I use DM me Impact for more information a lot. You guys can do DM me Aligns for more information on what I do. DM me Collagen for the one I'm using. Read the caption for more information. And also read caption for more info. I talked to Christina about this a lot because she's like, I told her this a while ago, is like the less words on your reel, the better. We as humans have the attention span of a squirrel. We don't focus on anything, okay? So if you have a bunch of words on your reel, people are scrolling past it, right? Like at least I am. I'm not sitting and reading all of that. So if you guys want to add value, you want to get the point across on your reel, don't do it on the reel, do it in your caption. So if you guys are talking about, again, the collagen, right? I made a really simple collagen reel using a trending audio. And I said, read caption for more. they go to my caption. It's a long caption about all the facts about collagen. I didn't put that in my reel. I put it in the caption. DME impact for more information, DME comp plan. Okay, making a reel. This is very basic, but if you guys are new to reels completely, this is how you actually make one. So you go to your story, you click on your story, right? You click the add button, and then you scroll to reel at the bottom. And then you guys can go to your album. And if you have it pre-recorded, you could just add it on there, or you guys can record it straight on the app. And then another thing you guys can do is you can actually change the profile picture. I don't know if y'all know that. But if you click edit cover right here, you can go to add from camera roll. You can pick whatever picture you want to use as your cover. And then you can actually, oh, I didn't show it. That's okay. You at the bottom, it'll say like something about your feed. You can actually like move around your cover photo to make it fit on your feed. Y'all will see that when you're doing it. Okay, so tips for 1 million views. Minimum text, again, super important. Don't say too much on your reel. The less, the better. I will literally go back and forth with like Christina when I'm making a reel and vice versa. And I'm like, okay, here's what I want to say. And it'll be a bunch of words. And I'm like, okay, how can I minimize this? And we'll go back and forth. Okay, maybe change the content to just content, right? Or change this to that, or change that to this. And then we'll do it over and over again until it's as short as possible, but still gets the point across. So minimum text, simple information, don't make it too complicated. Have a call to action, recreating trends. So if you have a trend that's going on that you want to recreate it, you guys. I mean, recreating trends is probably the easiest way to go viral because it's already trending. Keep watching, short captions, and then shareable content. Shareable content just means that people, you know, it's like a quote, right? If we see a quote or a reel talking about a motivational speaker talking about something specific and we resonate with it, we're going to share it to our story because we want to share it with our followers. That's shareable content. So if it's funny, if it's relatable, if it gives value, if it teaches you something, it's more than likely to be shareable. And a good way to measure this is just asking yourself, if I saw this on my page, or if I saw this on someone else's page, would I reshare it? Apps to use for reels. So Cut Story is a good one for editing videos. Again, personally, I use InShot. InShot allows me to cut up my clips, speed them up, slow them down. It allows me to move things around. I literally do everything on InShot. You can add effects on there. You can add audios on there. Okay, so adding audios. This is a question that I get a lot. So if you see an audio on Instagram and you're like, okay, I really want to edit my video to this audio, but I don't want to edit my video on Instagram. I want to edit it on InShot, right? You see this audio and you want to match up the audio. If that, hopefully I'm making sense. You find an audio that you want to make. You can screen record that audio, import it to InShot. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Extracting. Are you always in the mood? I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't play. Okay, so I screen recorded it. I'm going to, let me slow this down. You go to InShot, you have your video that you're wanting to add audio on. You're gonna go to the music tab right here. And then you're gonna click tracks. And then you're gonna click extract audio from video. Now you can pick the screen recorded video and you can cut it. Perfect. And now you've added it onto your video and now it has. You always in the mood. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but try to play it cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. I am for real. I do it all the time. I love it. Okay, so no more reposting TikTok content from Instagram and vice versa. If you guys have TikTok or you post your reels to TikTok and vice versa, if you're wondering how to remove that logo, I've attached 2 websites so you guys can screenshot or write down. To remove the IG logo from a reel, you can go to instafinsta.com. To remove the TikTok logo from a TikTok, you can go to snaptic.app. The words are just, the names of these places are so funny. Other things to keep in mind. So reels can be a hit or miss. Understand that obviously not every reel is going to go viral. Okay. Even the reels that you think are going to go viral or do really well sometimes don't do too well. Right. And it's totally fine. You may post a reel and the engagement absolutely sucks at first, but in a week it blows up. I've had that happen to me so many times because reels actually circulate for 1 to 2 weeks on people's pages. Whereas your posts, or obviously your stories, are 24 hours, but your posts are just a couple of days. You're not going to see a post from someone 2 weeks ago on your feed, but reels are a different story. Done is better than perfect. If you're a perfectionist, like I sometimes am, I promise you, you are going to get so much more out of your Instagram, out of your reels, out of your business if you just post the freaking reel. Okay. I tell Christina this all the time. I'm like, you have 20 drafts. Why have you not posted it? Why is this still sitting in your drafts? Just post it. Because done is better than perfect, you guys. Sitting in the drafts is not going to do anything. And consistency is obviously a really big thing as well. So you want to be posting as often as possible. You don't need to be an expert to teach people something. Like I mentioned, again, I do all my research on Google and then I just reteach my audience. IG story views count on your reels. I don't know if y'all knew that, but whenever you post a reel, you want to immediately share it to your story, because whatever views you get from your story from reposting that reel also go to your reel. And also encouraging your followers to share your post on their story. You can do that in the caption, or you can do that on the reel. Because I like share this if it helped you, or share this if you learned something, or send it to a friend that you want to hear this information. Be super intentional about responding to comments within the first hour. Instagram loves when you're intentional with responding to people, right? Social media, you're supposed to be social on there. So responding to comments within the first hour. And then that is all I have for reels. Super simple, you guys. I think the biggest tip that I can give for reels is to just do it, because you're going to suck at first and you're not going to know what you're doing. I remember when reels first came out and I was like, oh my goodness, do I really have to learn how to do this? And I was like, yes, I really do, because if I don't, then I'm missing out on a lot of money in my business and a lot of exposure. So just start somewhere and just get the content out. But I'm going to share this to-do list with you guys, and then we'll go over Q&A. Okay, so quick overview. I know that was a lot of information. But number 1 is edit your bio and add a website link if you want. So like a milkshake, adding, your I help statement, all of that good stuff that we went over. Change your business account or your Instagram account to business or creator profile so that you can see your analytics. Post 1 piece of educational content about the products. Okay. This is your homework for the day. I want you guys to get on your story and talk about a product. I want you guys to get on your story and teach someone something, right? Even if it takes some research for a little bit, that's totally fine. Go research about the product. Go to our ARQ app and look at the benefits and what, the Reform Collagen does for you, and then teach it to your audience. But post 1 piece of educational content. This could be your story. This could be a reel. And then obviously you're going to want to make this a habit of doing it daily. Your 5 pillars exercise. So picking your 5 pillars. What are the 5 things that make you you? Write them down. If you need to hang them up to remind yourself to post about these things every day, then do that. But figure out what those 5 things that you want to be posting about. Get 5 highlights up. So those 5 highlight covers you guys want to get done. Again, relating to your 5 pillars, the 5 things that make you you. Those should be, the 5 things that are up on your highlights. If you want to add more to it, that's totally fine, but at least 5 should be up. Choose products for your daily IG routine. So maybe it's the Q Core, maybe you take the greens in the morning daily, maybe you take the sleep spray at night every single day, or maybe you take the collagen every single day. Pick one product that you can post about every single day. And then we have a challenge for you guys. We want you to post a reel about something business related. We gave you guys an example, like the FFM program. I just posted a reel about that as well the other day, but post something business related. Teach someone something about what our comp plan has to offer. Teach something about what this business has done for you financially. Something about business. We want you guys to get a reel up about that. So if you guys want to screenshot this, you're more than welcome to. And then we're going to open it up for any questions. If you guys have questions, you can unmute or throw it in the chat. Or if Christina, you have anything to add. I know you're driving. Any questions?
I've got a couple.
Go ahead.
Okay, so about the stories, are you guys posting those real time, or are you kind of like capturing throughout the day and then going back and posting later?
Personally, I post it real time.
Okay.
But I mean, everyone's different. I think that it's better to post real time because like you're literally taking your audience through your day, right? Rather than, oh, this happened 5 hours ago and I'm just not posting about it. And sometimes that does happen. Sometimes you get super busy, or maybe you get busy with your kids or whatever the case is, and you have to do that. That's totally fine. But I personally do real time posts.
Okay. So I'm like super green, and one of the struggles that I'm finding with, I do the stories like all day long, but I tend to feel like I need to have all of the information for like the live aspect of it, or like certain things I don't share because maybe I don't have like everything lined up. Do you have anything you can speak to that? Like for instance, I cook, like food is a really big part of just who I am, but I don't have recipes because I'm just doing it off the cuff. And so then I find like, do I share this because I don't have like a recipe to give to go with it?
Yes, absolutely. I think Christina wants to say something because she took her camera.
Girl, literally food is my life. Okay. I feel you. I'll literally post my food, and I literally have people ask me for recipes all the time. And if that's something that you would consider, first of all, that's a pillar. So now you already have one of your pillars done. Secondly, like you're going to attract, how do I want to say this? So I personally think that if you're taking the time out of your day to be cooking, like even if it's you can take pictures of each of the steps, right? So if you this and do that, like you can take pictures of all of that and like lay out step by steps, and that's like quote unquote the recipe that you're giving someone. You know what I mean? And then you can even turn that into a reel too. Like that content that you're taking pictures for to go on your story, like you can save those and put those onto a reel too, and now you're bashing out 2 types of different content. So I think that since you're saying that food is such a big part of you, like that's something that you need to showcase on social for sure.
Okay, thank you. So the last question I have is, are you guys doing 80-20 on the reels also? Because I'm hearing like a lot of business reels.
Yeah. So personally, I probably don't follow the 80-20 rule for reels. I do a mixture. I'm still trying to get in the habit. Again, like reels are so new. I'm trying to get in the habit of like learning what my flow is. But think of it like this. Your business reels aren't really likely to go viral. I mean, it's just a fact, right? It's not really shareable. Your product reels probably aren't going to go viral. Maybe they do, that's awesome, but they're probably not going to. Your relatable, entertaining, inspirational reels might, though. They're probably going to be shared to more people. And when they do get shared to more people, that means more eyes on your page. people go to your page, they start scrolling through your reels, and then they come across a reel that maybe didn't do so well, but it's educational about the business or it's educational about the products. So your inspiring, entertaining reels are to attract people to your page, and then your business reels are to convert people on your page. Does that make sense? So whatever, I guess, ratio you want to follow, I personally probably can't give one because I'm still trying to figure out my ratio, but you guys are more than welcome to look at my page and kind of see what I do. You should be doing both though, is my point.
I also like, I feel you though sometimes, but I'm like, I don't know what type of reel to post. Reels that I find I love to watch, and then I try to incorporate that into what my niche is. So like for me, on social, I would say is like everything when it comes to like health and fitness, like health side of like supplementing and like eating right, and then like fitness when it comes to like the gym. So like those are reels that I'll try to push out when it comes to like inspiring or entertaining. And then like Caitlin said, like the educational will be like, oh, like teaching about a product or, you know, the business or FFM or whatever the case is. So yeah, even like figuring out like what, once you have your 5 pillars, like you can start rotating through those with reels too. Like, again, you said cooking is like one of them. So that again can be one of the types of reels that you post, because if you're, I don't know about you, but like since I like to cook, I save a lot of recipes on Instagram. Like if I see a reel of a recipe that I like, I'll save it and then I'll go and cook it later. And then like, boom, I'm recycling content. And yeah, people can then save yours and do the same thing. So I just wanted to add that a little bit real quick before I forgot.
I said, how often do you post for reels? So Brock teaches to post 1 a day if you're really wanting to grow your Instagram and being consistent with that. I know it sounds like a lot, but if you want to go all in with reels, I'd say one a day. Personally, I don't know if that was meant. I don't know if you meant to unmute. But personally, I do every other day. So 1 reel and 1 content post per day. I personally am doing more so every other day because I've been moving and stuff. It can take the place of a regular post. Yeah. It depends on what your goal is. I post more reels than I do pictures now, just because I know reels are more likely to do better. They're more shareable. So you could just do reels, or you could do both. Any other questions? Okay. Amazing. What would a call to action on an entertaining reel be? Entertaining reels, I wouldn't say need call to actions. I should have mentioned that every single reel doesn't necessarily need a call to action. I'm talking about like your business reels or your product reels or reels that you want to convert people into customers on or people into business partners on. Those need call to actions. The Impact Projects is just our team name. So like y'all are Aligned Society, ours is Impact Projects. Yeah, so. Yay. Okay. I think that's all the questions. I really hope that this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me and Christina to pour into you. I hope that you guys have so many notes and that you implement the tips that we gave you, because they will absolutely change your business if you let them and if you're consistent with them. So thank you. Christina, I don't know if you want to close it off.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. All right. Bye, guys.